It is official, Commanders fans. Daron Payne has been franchise tagged by the Washington Commanders. He will be a member of the Washington Commanders in 2023. We're going to be breaking down the contract details, how much it's going to cost the Commanders via the franchise tag. But before we get into all the details of this deal and a potential extension coming up, I just want to say that you guys have been killing it in the subscriber department. Now, we've started 4 new channels here at Chat Sports, and my bosses are telling me that only one of these channels is going to get a full-time channel here. And right now, we are behind Texans Today, who is in first place. We've added almost 300 new subscribers in just 3 days, but it's still not enough to take the gold. So go ahead, get in there right now, click that subscribe button so we can take the gold and get the full-time channel here at Chat Sports. All right, guys, so now Daron Payne, he just got franchise tagged. We kind of expected this. The news came out a couple of days ago that he was expected to get franchise tagged. But now, you take a look at what this future looks like for the defensive line of the Washington Commanders. You got Jonathan Allen. You got Daron Payne. You got Phidarian Mathis, who you drafted last year, and you still have high hopes for, right? You got John Ridgeway that didn't play all that great. It looks like the Commanders could still add maybe another piece to this defensive line, but you got the foundation there to really be something special in 2023. And then also on the outside, you still have Chase Young at outside linebacker. Montez Sweat is also there. You got some pretty decent pieces there. You'd probably also like to add another edge rusher as well, but you take a look at Chase Young, who you drafted extremely highly a couple of years back in the draft, one of the most athletic freaks in the National Football League, really primed to have a breakout season in 2023. And then Montez Sweat actually had a really nice 2022 season. This defensive line is really primed to really have this kind of breakout year where you're establishing yourself as one of the best defensive lines in football. And when you have one of the best pass rushes in the game, you always have a shot to win football games and win your division and even playoff games. So you take a look at the franchise tag this year for defensive tackles. For the Commanders, they're going to be on the hook for a lot of money. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, all right? $18.937 million is the price tag for Daron Payne this season. But here's the thing, guys. The Commanders still have a ton of cap space to work with. Even with this contract, you're still at about $20 million, and the Commanders could technically still make some more moves, right? There's still some other players that they could cut, right? They've already done Bobby McCain and Carson Wentz. They've waved goodbye to those guys. They could still cut a couple more players to even add to this total. But, you take a look at the effective cap space, which means taking into account the money that they're going to need for their draft picks. They have about $16.5 million to spend in free agency or via trade coming up here. So there's still quite a bit of room to make some moves, make some splashes. And like I've said before on the channel, guys, the Commanders need to be very, very aggressive in 2023. You're bringing in a new offensive coordinator in Eric Bieniemy that's looking to prove himself. You got a head coach in Ron Rivera that's fighting for his job. You're in a division with 3 playoff teams, right? The Giants, Eagles, and Cowboys all made the playoffs in 2022. And right now, it is do or die time for Ron Rivera. This team needs to win in 2023. And while you have the space available, you need to be aggressive, make some big moves. And a big move that could be coming up in the weeks to come is a potential long-term extension for Daron Payne. Now, they've already franchise tagged him. They're going to be paying that much for him this year, about $19 million. But, you could definitely lock him up for the long term. He's one of the best interior pass rushers in the National Football League, and his expected market value right now is about a 4-year contract, $22 million per season, which is a lot of money, right? That's towards the top of the defensive tackle market. But if you ask me, a guy like Daron Payne, someone that's still young, someone that's extremely athletic, someone that can not only stuff the run but also rush the passer, is an extremely valuable asset that the Commanders need to take advantage of. They need to make this deal as soon as possible as far as I am concerned. So let me know in the comment section right now. Predict for me, will a long-term deal get done with Daron Payne this offseason? Type Y for yes or type N for no. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So go ahead, go into the comment section, find the pinned comment. It'll be right there at the top, and answer today's question.